and hand over the stage to our wonderful president, Toastmasters Sudhakar. Please help me to give a big round of applause.
Good evening, all. Nice to see you all back. Of course, it is an online session. Hope to see you all, meet you all in the direct meeting soon. We are having some nice weather recently, and most of us become lazy. I hope I am true. During these times, when we become lazy, something we have to remember always. Don't relax on your goals. You set a goal, you try to achieve it. As an example, suppose you want to do a work, some kind of work, and you give yourself a target of 30 days. If you are responsible, you will achieve that goal in 30 days. If suppose you change that goal to 15 days, I am very sure, being a responsible person, you will achieve the same goal in 15 days. If the same goal you try to achieve it in 3 days, yes, it always matters. The goal what you set for yourself matters a lot. Similarly, in our Toastmasters organization, everybody set a goal to reach. Last year, some of our Toastmasters have set a goal for a triple crown, which means completing 3 levels in 1 year. And they have achieved it. This year, I want to see more Toastmasters to achieve the triple crown. It is very important to set your goals and achieve them. I hope you all remember my words and set your goals for this year. With this message, I would like to conclude here, and let us move forward in the meeting. We have some announcements to make, but we will leave it to the end. But let us proceed for the meeting first. I would like to introduce now to the Toastmaster of the day. He is none other than Toastmaster Ariv. Toastmaster Ariv, the stage is yours. Sorry, apologies. I am supposed to introduce our guest of the day. Mr. Eugene, please come online. Our guest, Mr. Eugene. Okay, we will do it at the end of the session. You can proceed, Toastmaster Arif.
Thank you. Thank you, President Toastmaster Sudhakar, for this wonderful introduction and giving me an opportunity to take up the TMOD role today. Good evening, all. How are you? Hope you all celebrated the Valentine's Day nicely, right? So I will check with each and everyone how you all celebrated that. But let us see first how you are going to spread that love you have within yourself. So I asked some of the participants, like the role players and the speakers, to tell something about how they are planning to, or how they are already sharing the love with others. So we will hear about that also. But let me start with a small question. How many of you accept that the love is powerful? Yes, one. Can I have some more? Yes. That's great. So what do you like? why you have come to this conclusion, or what is the thing that made you to feel that love is powerful? Can anyone give in a small words, like within 10 to 15 words? Kesiccia or yes, because I know Sushanto started, then he will finish his speech itself. So I don't I don't want that to happen now. Let him give the speech in a later stage. Yes, please, Kesiccia.
Yeah, I believe love is a very powerful word, and also can have a very strong effect on the individual. Countries have been conquered because of love.
That's great. That's true. That's why you feel that love is powerful, and that is the right thought you have. And the love, it comes directly from our heart, right? Our heart remains same for each and everyone. Wherever you are in, you are a Western country guy, or you are from Asia, or you are fat, or you are thin, you are weak, your heart, the heart remains same, and the power remains the same, and it spreads like anything, and it has that rippling effect, like how you throw a stone on a standstill of water somewhere, how the ripples form. So it has that ripple form, and it multiplies exponentially. It's not a 1 2 like that. It exponentially, it spreads like that. So that's how it is that much powerful. So we will see how are the ways we can spread the love in the further session. Before that, let me call some of the silent role players who are going to support us to take out the entire session. We have our timer with us. We have our word master, and I think we don't have a grammarian today. We may skip it also, because I request the evaluator itself, maybe he can point out some of the grammatical error or major mistake in their evaluative speech also. So that's how we can manage with that. It's not an issue. So let us call a timer, who is our President Toastmaster Sudhagar. Sudhagar, before introducing your role, please share some of the insights how you would like to spread the love within yourself, which you have within yourself, to the outside world.
Very
The
good.
stage is yours now.
It seems like a table topic for me. Yeah, the most important thing for anybody, first, love yourself. Love yourself, and that is the first starting point for anybody. If you can't love yourself, nothing goes right. The moment you love yourself, then the next stage is love your family and relatives and friends. There, the streamline chain link forms. Once the chain forms, it is never ending for me. That is how I would like to spread love. Okay, coming back to my role today as a timer, it is my duty to ensure that the agenda of the meeting, which is submitted in WhatsApp group, is followed. There are different sessions where we have allotted times, and each time will be displayed as per the agenda in the PDF form which we have given. For example, for project speeches, whenever the allotted time of 5 minutes is finished, I will be displaying a green light. You can see the background of mine will be changed to a green light. That means the speaker is qualified. And when after qualification, we will give a warning sign that the timing is going to be completed. And once the time reaches red, it means the allotted time for the project speech is completed, beyond which the speaker will get 30 seconds of grace time. Similarly, for evaluation, as per the agenda, the times will be given and the lights will be displayed. Please request all the speakers to stick to the allotted time so that we can conclude the meeting on time. Thank you all. Over to TMOD.
That's great. Thank you. Thank you, Timer, for this wonderful introduction. Hope all the speakers and the evaluating got their clear timing criteria. And next we have our word master who is going to introduce a new word today. So to introduce a new word, let us call our Toastmaster Shushanto Bairagi to introduce it. Shushanto Bairagi, before giving your word, please give some tips like how to share the love within you outside to the other world.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. And it's feeling my pleasure to be part of this wonderful theme of the day. I really love the concept. To answer your question, love is the thing you cannot see it. And if I express, you will not be able to see it. So love is in your heart. You have what you can do. You can pray for the people who needs love, who are depressed, who are sad. You can pray from your bottom of your heart, and that will spread. You will not be able to see. Like we are connected to an online forum, but it's not connected to the where. You cannot see it, but we are connected. You think about someone sometime back your home, and before you give him or her a call, you received a return call. That is love. So that is connected from heart to heart. That is my experience, my takeaway. Thank you. Coming to the role, I'm playing a dual role. Today I'm Toastmaster of the Day. Sorry, Word Master, and I'm going to present the word. The importance of the word is enormous in every sector of your life, whether you are a student, whether you are a teacher, whether you are a professional. Using the proper word gives you a cutting edge over any one of you. When you are talking, if you use the proper word, you will feel happy, and the receiver who is listening to you, they will also able to understand what you're talking about, because time is one of the critical thing. Within 7 minutes, when you want to express something, you have to use proper word. The thing what you can express in 3 sentences, if you use the correct word, you can use in 1 sentence. That is the beauty. So that's why in Toastmaster International, we have given this importance to the learn new words and improve your vocabulary. So without wasting any time, today's word is very short and sweet. It is elated. Let me share my screen. You can see the word. This is an adjective, meaning is very happy, excited. You can pronounce as the, it's broken into small things, that elated. The synonym is delighted, overjoyed, ecstatic. And the antonym says depressed, miserable, sad. It's easy to use with the synonyms, because in Toastmaster, we always want to encourage the people with the positive word. So this is really a positive word for the today. I have set some example, 3 examples. Quickly, I'll run through it so that people will be comfortable with this word to use during their speech. Example 1, he was elated to finally find his long missing driving license just under the bed. Second one, when he saw his score in IIT, Anil was elated to see that he ranked among the top 100. One more example, the couple was elated when both their parents agreed to their marriage. So I will keep this word posted in my background, and I would request Toastmaster of the Day to keep telling during his speech so that the speaker can keep on adding this one, and the evaluator also they can add. I request everyone to use this word. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Arivazhagan.
Thank you, Wordmaster. Can you please share the screen?
Just a moment. Yes.
And yes, as soon as we talk about love, or we think about love, we are definitely elated, right? There is no other contracted statement to this. And it's like love, it's like a kindness. It is universal. We can give to each and everyone. It's not like, no, I will give only to him some portion. I will give only 30% to him. We cannot calculate that also. So that is one of the marvels of love. When it is given full, and it is given to the entire humanity, because it's like our president and wordmaster told before, it spreads rapidly, it multiplies exponentially. So it was once given to the people, it spread to the entire humanity. So keep spreading it. Show your kindness wherever there is an option, where is a chance given to you. Use it for showing the kindness to the people, and don't forget to sow the seed, because there is a saying that whatever you sow, you reap, right? So sow the seed of love wherever you are there, and then you will be reaping it in a exponential form, multiplying. It's not I given one, I will be getting back one. No, it's not like that. It will be in thousands, it will be in millions, will be going to get. So don't forget the root. Our entire root lies on the love. When we understand the root, then we can ensure that our trees flourish and nourish and spreads love to the others also. That's how the things goes, and that's the power of love. And before getting further into this topic, let us go to the next session, interesting session, where we are having at present, I think, 2 project speakers. They are going to have deliver their project speech based on the path they selected, based on the objectives they have been doing now. Our first speaker is Toastmaster Casey Chia. Casey Chia's evaluator is Toastmaster Madam Mahar. Yes, Madam Mahar, you have got his objective, right? Yeah. Before reading out his objectives, I would like to hear something from you, how you are spreading the love, or how you want to spread the love to the humanity. The stage is yours, Madam.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Well, it is said that love is spread with food. So when I like someone, I share my food with them. Because growing up, I was very, very miser with my food. I was a conjuice, you could say. I would never share my food. But when I love someone and I share my food with them, they know that I actually love them. Because if I don't love them, I will not share my food. So I think sharing your meals with people is a sign of love. Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Thank you so much. So our Casey Chia today is attempting his second project from level 1. And the objectives of this project is for the member to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback to a second speech. And the purpose of this speech is for the member to receive feedback from the evaluator. So in this speech, Mr. Casey Chia will be receiving feedback and applying the feedback to a second speech. So this is the first speech of 2. The time allotted is 5 to 7 minutes. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Evaluator, for this clear, crispy introduction, and also about the objective elaboration. Casey Chia, the stage is yours now. And he selected the pathways presentation mastery, right? Yes. Yeah. Over to you, Casey Chia, Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, TM Ari, and thank you very much, TM Mahar, for being my evaluator for this evening. Actually, I'm borrowing the topic which was asked by our TM Ari. And before that, may I wish happy belated Valentine's Day to everyone. So coming back to my project 2 is, what is the best way to love our world and make it a better place? For me, is to forgive. To forgive. May I ask all of you, who among here who don't want to be elated and spread love and feel love? If this love can bring us warm, fuzzy feeling, smiles, happiness, and joy, that brings me to elaborate my answer for tonight's discussion, and which is the things that I've encountered, and is to forgive. Yes, to forgive the other party who hurt and betrayed you. That includes, more importantly, to forgive yourself or oneself for whatever that has happened. We will all be a better person and elated. We will live a better life free of emotional baggages, and we'll hopefully have better closure too. I will elaborate this encounter in 3 parts. The executive summary is, it will involve a princess surgeon friend traveling to UK, Dubai twice a month, first class flights, sport cars, romance, adventure, and betrayal. Part 1 is, I have to garner the courage to open my heart and fall in love. Part 2 is to be myself and enjoy the sweet memories moment of being in love. And the final part, most importantly, is to have the courage to forgive and move on when things are not right. So please sit back and enjoy the sharing. Part 1, as I mentioned, garner the courage to open your heart and fall in love. This adventure took place 4 months ago in Dubai Mall, when I was asked by a Malaysian princess to meet for a business proposal, which she also invited her friend, who happened to be looking for a relationship. This friend is a fellow Chinese ex-Malaysian who holds a British citizenship and is a plastic surgeon. She is in her 40s, very dignified, attractive with a model-like figure, and very affluent. So I thought. Her hobbies include all the high flyers activities like horse riding, flying, and car racing. If the above don't sound intimidating enough, she drives a sport car with a fancy number plate and has a PPL license too. Just in case you're wondering, PPL means private plane license, especially for a lady. Even though the above can sound a bit off my league, I garnered the courage and opened my heart to embrace this opportunity to fall in love, which have no regrets, but just lesson learned. So part 2 will be to give, or should I say, be yourself and enjoy the sweet moments of being in love. Since my divorce 7 years ago, it was not easy to find somebody and let go of my heart. Nevertheless, I was very transparent in my relationship goals and financial status. And after 2 weeks of intense communication and frank sharing, some may say it as a due diligence, we decided to give fate and maybe our destiny a test drive. And that leads to more than a spin together. I was having the time of my life, traveling, going to fine dining place, living like a high flyer. I was very happy even though it was hitting my account, and later did I learn that she was temperamental and very obsessive, which I interpret it as love, as I was not pursuing perfection. Also, I'm a positive guy by nature, and I believe for any relationship to work, there need to be adaptation and acceptance among other attributes. Sometimes I had to pinch myself because I was really feeling happy and couldn't believe this was happening. When I started to look out for, we even started to look out for properties in London and in Fujairah so that we can find our homes together. We were making very regular trips just to meet each other. I also helped her to open up a new company in Dubai and explore other business opportunities. The plan was so to justify more trips to UAE for us to be together. We even planned other possibilities like retirement, etc. in UK and UAE. During these few months, I learned and had drastic makeover by reducing my weight by 10 kg. I started exercising, got fitter, revamped my wardrobe, improve on my social skills and business etiquette, especially with the ultras. And part 3, the most important thing, have the courage to forgive and move on if things doesn't turn out. Everything happened for a reason. Even though there were show tell signs that our relationship was not good, I was trying to suppress that. And I started opening my network of business people to her. But later did I find out that on the 3rd day of introducing a very prominent individual, she went to him. I was devastated and feel really hurt. But the conclusion I feel is that life goes on. Life is a sunny day again with tenacity to forgive. So I'm a true believer. The best way to love our world is to make it a better place, is to forgive. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster K. Sicha, for this wonderful speech. Let us go to the next speaker. Our next project speaker is Toastmaster Ismail. He is one of the most lovable, kind, sweet-hearted person I have met, and he is working as a QHSC manager on an oil terminal here in Fujairah. And now I think for the past 8 or 7 months, he became more brighter, lovable. Maybe Ismail can share the reason for that. Maybe his family is here, I think so. So that's the reason. Toastmaster Ismail is going to present his speech, and he will be evaluated by Toastmaster Resmi Shujata Nair. Another one of the most powerful person with kind heart, sweet and tough. No, it's like jaggery. It's very hard outside, and it is really hard also. Even we can hit someone with that. When we heat it, or when there is a time, it needs to be melted and it melts. So that kind of person she is, and she is electrical engineer, right? Yeah, currently she is also busy working. Electronic engineer. Okay, see. We used to call, I don't know how many engineers accept that. We used to call 420 because electronics only works on 4 to 20 amps, milliamps. So we used to call in the college time, hey, 420 team is coming. So just to lighthearted only, please don't take it seriously and give me a shock later, okay? So before giving his objective, Toastmaster Reshmi Sujata Nair, please share something about how you like to spread the love to the humanity. The stage is yours now.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ariv, for your kind introduction, first of all. And according to me, how I should spread the love. Love without expectations and love unconditionally. That is, I define love. Because love, it is like how karma defines. Do it, the fruit may or may not come, but your soul will be purified at the end of the day. This is like how I should define love. And thank you so much for the opportunity. Coming to my role tonight, I'm going to evaluate Toastmaster Ismail. Good evening once again to all of you, and especially good evening to Toastmaster Ismail. Toastmaster Ismail is good evening. Going to deliver his project 2 in level 2 in innovative planning pathway with a speech title, What Keep You Going? And his speech objectives are: the purpose of this project is for the member to practice the skills needed to connect with an unfamiliar audience. The purpose of this project is for the member to practice the skills needed to connect with an unfamiliar audience. So I wish you all the very best to Toastmaster Ismail. What keeps you going, Toastmaster Ismail? Over to you.
Thanks so much, ma'am. I will just need a minute. I'll share my screen.
Toastmaster Ismail, before starting, please give your insight also regarding the theme.
Regarding a theme? Okay. So, very quickly, first thing, I'm very elated for your kind compliments. I would like to share the reason why I'm glowing so much. I have TV right in front of me, and it's making me glowing. On the serious note, I think I would just like to add a bit to what our President Sudhakar said, that loving yourself is the first step always. So it's just like when you are in airplane, it is like you are told that first you have to save yourself, first you have to get oxygen for yourself, then only then you would be able to help others. So I follow the same philosophy, and just on the second one more point on that is what I have learned in my life is that spreading love and spreading happiness is not it's not something which need a lot of effort and a lot of energy. Very small steps, very small tasks like smiling and helping can get you there. So that would be it. Thank you, sir. So I'll just now set up my presentation. Just give me a second, sir. Sorry. Okay. Is my screen visible? Toastmaster of the day. Okay, go. Hi. I have a question before I start. What do you think is the biggest predictor of success in life? I would like to hear from anyone, from audience, if I can, please. Do you think it's IQ, talent, or social intelligence, or privilege? So anyone from audience would like to share a bit on that? What do you? Okay, so I assume. Sorry.
It is your commitment towards your goal.
Yes, I will get there. But thank you for highlighting that. So, dear TMOD, fellow Toastmasters, and distinguished guests, good evening. I'm Ismail Sultan, and today's topic of my presentation is something which, like at times makes us curious when we see some of very old, talented friends who we thought would be very successful in life, but they were not. And then we saw some people who we thought that maybe they would struggle, but they become very successful, very and highly like reached into life. So what is that? So what keeps us going? And the answer to that is a small 4-letter word, grit. So going to that point, this is a story of management consultant who turned into a professor, teacher, then professor, Angela Duckworth. And she did a very interesting, she had this question when she was teaching that how we can judge success by, like what factors we can use to predict that. And she did a huge set of research on this specific subject. One very interesting example was West Point. West Point is one of the most elite military institute in US. Like you have probably harder than Stanford and Harvard. And you have to prepare for more than 3 years. And then out of thousands and thousands of applicants, only few hundreds are selected. And guess what? During the first week, almost 15 to 20% of them opt to drop out. So how do you know, despite all the talent, what else you need to go ahead in life? Angela Duckworth did like a breakthrough research on the positive psychology. Her TED Talk is one of the most famous TED Talks if you would like to see. And she after the whole research, she found this. The most important factor is grit. Your tendency to apply sustained effort and time towards long-term goals. In other words, just a combination of passion and perseverance. This, not the talent, is the biggest predictor. Now, this is important to understand because unfortunately, although we may say that yes, slow and steady wins the race, and like yes, your commitment is important, but at the day end, at one point, probably everyone else thought that I'm not talented enough, I don't have the resources, so I might not be able to do it. But what the search has shown is, despite you not having the talent, despite anyone being a mediocre, if you have that thing, if you have that fighting spirit, that if you have that ability to inch day and night, weeks and after weeks, for years, then you can be one of the most successful persons in life. Being gritty is hard. Gritty means like to have this tendency, because the temptations to give up are huge, humongous. Again, this thing is more being gritty is like more like you are running into a marathon. It's not like a sprint. And all we know who have seen, who understood, like who have interest in subject, marathon is far more difficult than any other sports. And Angela Duckworth here puts a very interesting point, what she saw there in the research. So your talent counts one. If your talent counts one, then your effort counts twice. And she had a very interesting theory on that. So if we see the raw talent, you put some effort and you get a skill. And then with that skill, you have to put effort again, and only then you reach to a certain point, or you achieve something. So the talent where is counting once, effort is actually counting twice. If I put this into pictorial thing, so we see the sprinter, they put a lot of energy, and probably most of us are like that. And at one point in our lives, that we put a lot of energy in something, and then we sort of lose energy, lose interest. But if you see the person who is able to run longer distances in life, achieve more in life, they are actually able to sustain their energy, maintain their energy during daily ups and downs of life. And eventually, if you zoom out and see the big picture, you see that slowly and gradually they have made a huge progress. So this is where this comes. Now the interesting point, I'll just wrap it up. Now, this grit, the most important part of the research is that grit is not a God-gifted skill only. It can be developed. It can be developed by using, by seeing the 4 key factors. You can develop a passion or a fascination. You can practice daily. A small practice daily makes a huge difference. Importantly, the purpose. See, a bricklayer can be a simple bricklayer, or bricklayer can be someone who has a passion to develop community, to develop places of worship, to see people coming. And lastly, the growth mindset. Now, this growth mindset is another very important part of it. Growth mindset means that you believe your intelligence is expendable, it's not fixed, it's not contained. When you have this mentality, you can accept challenges and you can go ahead in life. So just a last note, what I want to say, or what I want to recap again, especially for those who are parents, that as a parent, we should know that grit is something which we can inculcate on our kids. We can help them to grow this. And with that, I would like to end the presentation with a quote which I like most, that if you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, just keep moving forward. With that, thank you so much. Over to you, TMOD.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ismail. And with that, we came to the end of the prepared speech, project speech section. So before getting to the next interesting topic or session, let us continue with the theme of the day today. The theme is let's spread love. What are the ways we can spread love? That each and everyone share their insights, and there are a lot of the ways which we can do. We can do by volunteering ourselves to some of the social causes like blood donation or some food sharing, even doing something good for not only for the person, humanity, for even for the animals or for the other living beings like plants. They're also living beings. Just plant some trees, it can grow and it can give shade or fruits or some shelter to some of the living beings also. So those way we can do it up. Even when we are having our dinner or something, that time you can give some extra tips also to those who are serving, even to the Talabat rider who is bringing the food for us. Give some extra tips. Maybe normally you give 2 dirham, give 5 dirham in a special occasion. That's how we share the happiness with those people. That doesn't mean that whoever shares love or whoever can share the love only during when they are happy. It's not like that, right? We cannot be always happy. We are all also human beings. Sometimes there will be the bell curve will be there. You will be normal. Then sometimes you will be happy at the peak time also. Then sometimes you will be feeling low. Whenever you feel low, talk to people. Talk to someone who cares or someone with whom you can be crazy also, because normally when you go and talk to friends, that is different. Whenever you talk to someone or you have a friend with whom or with with them, if you can be crazy, then that's really a gift for each and everyone. I hope whoever experience that will definitely accept that. So because I have seen even when my parent age also, when he meet his school friends, they used to talk in a the way we don't understand what is this silly kind of talks they are doing, but they themselves make crazy, they make crack jokes, they talk something which is not at all applicable for the particular time, just something like that. Do be crazy, be just childish, bring the child within you. It's not you have to act always mature, no, not like that. Do something differently, break the same cycle. That is another main thing. Then you become happy, and when you are happy, the glow automatically comes, the love radiates naturally. Even you can send some handwritten appreciation to some of your old friends or teachers or someone you feel that they helped you at some point of time, because nowadays everything Now it has come in ineffective kind of emails or messages like that only. Even we just copy some poster and send. Sometimes we send to someone who are not at all there in the WhatsApp also, right? So it's better to talk to them, call them, share your feelings, bless them, wish them, or praise them for whatever they did to you, or whatever they are doing at present also. Just one small word is enough to make them feel bright and appreciated, and they will do more also. Like if you see somebody doing something good, praise them. Nothing wrong in that, and we are not going to lose anything also. That's how we spread love. So next we are getting into a butterfly session, right? To take up this session, we let us, before getting into session, let me call the timer to inform us the timing taken by those two speakers and where we are standing now. Yes.
Thank you, Toastmaster Arif. In fact, I was about to remind you about the timer's report. Anyway, it is a good and I am elated to inform the timer that we are on time for the meeting. We started a minute late, but of course, at 7:16, starting with Sergeant at Arms, who took 2 minutes 45 seconds. President took 3 minutes 2 seconds. Toastmaster of the day took 4 minutes 47 seconds. And the timer for introduction took 2 minutes 23 seconds. Wordmaster took 2 minutes 45 seconds. And coming to the speeches, the first speaker, Toastmaster Casey Chia, took 8 minutes 10 seconds. He went beyond his allotted time, so it is termed as a disqualification. And second speech by Toastmaster Ismail took 7 minutes 30 seconds. I am elated. He used the complete time allotted, including the grace period. And then theme of the day took another 2 minutes 45 seconds. Over to TMOD. We are on time.
Thank you, timer, for this crispy, clear and timing record report. So to take up the butterfly session, our impromptu speech table topic session, we have one of the passionate Toastmaster and most, maybe I can say, most eligible engineer. She is working in project department in Audex, and when I ask her, maybe instead of me narrating that, I want her to say how she like to spread the love. So let us welcome Toastmaster Mezun to take up the session further. Mezun, the system stage is yours now.
Good evening,
Please
TMOD.
give the insight also before.
Am I audible? Okay, good evening, TMOD and Toastmaster and the guests. Yeah, first of all, I would like to share how to spread the love. I smile at the stranger because smiling is the very simplest way to spread the love and the kindness, giving the kindness to the people. When they seeing your smiling face, they will feel their heart will be warm and they were friendly to talk to you. And one more thing will be I'm sharing the handmade food to the people who I love also. Yeah, this is the way how I share the love.
Please share a physical meeting also. Whenever we have a physical meeting, bring us.
Okay.
There will be a competition between Madam Mahar and you for sure. Yes, please go ahead.
Okay, welcome to the debate topic session. Debate topic is one of the best way to practice thinking and speaking on our feet, or in other words, the impromptu speaking. We never know when we may be asked a tough question, either by the supervisor or the new crew or in a job interview. It is to our benefit to know how to properly answer the question, or at least look like we are in the control the situation, even if we don't know the exact answer. And So for the debate topics, at the 1 minute, the timer will show the green light. 1 minute and 30 seconds, timer will show the yellow light. And at 2 minutes, the timer will show the red light. Yes. So ready
Much
for the
good to
session.
show the time.
Today, the question will be related to the things also, the love, about the love. So who will be the first person to answer the question?
You can call by name itself.
TMKC,
Yeah, Toastmaster Mahar is also ready.
Okay, because I'm driving.
Okay.
Could you repeat that question again? You said, what is the difference between?
No, KC, please concentrate on the driving. You can talk later.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I will ask GM Maha. Why is candy more romantic than a potato?
Okay. So my question is, why is candy more romantic than a potato? Well, the answer is simple, because it's more expensive. Now, if you look at potatoes, I think a kilo is maybe 3 dirhams, or is it 5 dirhams? I'm not sure, but it's pretty cheap, the potato. But it is believed that the more money you put into something, the more romantic it is, the more fancy it is. So candy is considered more romantic because it's more expensive. It gives you the impression that the person is willing to spend money on you. I mean, if you were to give someone potato, they will think, oh, it only costs 3 dirhams, you don't love me enough. But if you buy them something that is worth 10 dirhams, maybe like a cheap bar, or 2 dirhams, if we start with Galaxy, a 3 dirham chocolate, going up to Lindt, which is a 10 dirham chocolate, going even up with these fancy chocolates that cost 20 to 50 to even 100 dirhams. The higher the price, the more romantic it is believed. So to all the men out there, if you want to show your love to your woman, bring them chocolate, the expensive kind, not potato. They will not appreciate it. Over to you, contest chair. I mean, table topic master. Thank you, Ms. Meizu.
Next one.
Mr. Reshmi is ready.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. What is most important than money or love? Why?
Master Meizu, table topic master. You can say their name, then the topic, again the topic and the name. So that is the right order of calling for the table topics. Understand? Like Toastmaster Reshmi, then the question, and then again
yes.
Toastmaster Reshmi.
Yes, Toastmaster Rashmi. The question is, what is the most sorry. Is less more important than money? Why? Yes.
One more time, repeat the question.
Is love more important than money? Why?
Thank you. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. And that is a wonderful question, that why love is more important than money. What is so important in our life? or why, what is very precious in our life, what we consider as a very precious in our life, because something we are not able to create with mankind or with our intelligence, with our hard work, with our efforts, what we are not able to create, that makes more important in our life. And love is the same thing. We can't create it with our brain, with our efforts. Nothing we can do, because with the materialistic, we can't create that thing. It should come from our own mind. And as I said, love, we have to love without expectations and without unconditional. Then only it will read back to us also. Now, coming to the second point, money. Money we can make it any time with the privilege, without privilege, or also we can create money, or with the job also we can create the money. There are a lot of ways, positive ways to create money, but love, it is unconditional. It should come to us. Once we can give, we can invest in a very traditional or in a very positive manner only, it will come back to us. So that is a magic of love also. And one more thing we have to understand is, sometimes if we expect the thing also, the money it will come to us, but the love, it can't. And the time when we are not expecting that thing, that time only the love will come to us. That is a magic of love. Love only can do the magic in one's life. Money can't do any magic. Of course, yes, it is important. Money is important for our life. For everything, money is required. But we can't live with money, or we can satisfy our end of the life with money. The love only can do magic in our life, and I believe in that. And thank you for this wonderful question. And over to you, table topic master.
Thank you. TM Ismail.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, TM Ismail. The
I would like
question
to have
is,
that. I would like to have that potato question again, please.
I will ask you the
I have a different train of thought on that, but sorry, please proceed.
Okay. The question is, will robots fall in love in the future?
Will robots fall in love in future? We don't know, but it has been a subject of science fiction for a while now. If anyone of your audience has watched movie Artificial Intelligence or AI 2000, I think it was directed by Steven Spielberg, and it had a pretty interesting theme on exact same lines. So scientists were able to create a robot with feelings. And then what happened next was nothing less than a horror story or a nightmare. Humans, probably the love is evolving, that I can say, but robots, this is a very different territory, uncharted sea. Technically, it might be possible, but we don't know what, like how it would affect on the human society. Right now, we see that already robots are replacing us. Just imagine the horror when robots will be able to replace your life partner, your friends, your kids. I see that future as very dark, you know. So again, just to recap, yes, maybe robots, maybe science advances to that level in coming years, where we were able to create replica feelings in robots, but that future as of now seems pretty gloomy. Thank you so much. Over to you.
Thank you so much for your answers.
I can
Okay.
just before switching, can I add just one small bit? Potato might not sound very romantic, but probably this has been one of the most important vegetables we discovered. It changed the course of civilization. Maybe more on that sometime later. Thank you. Over to you again.
Yes.
Our president is ready, eagerly waiting for the question.
I can watch the time if you'd like, sir. during your.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, I'll do.
Yes, go on.
Okay, thank you. The question is, if you were famous, what would you be famous for?
Thank you for this wonderful opportunity, Toastmaster Mejun. If I am famous for, what will be the reason I am famous? I think I am already famous. Wherever I go, the most popular man in that surroundings will be me. But seriously, on a serious note, I'm very popular for being on time. Even for as a guest for any function, or being on time on office, or going for vacation, everywhere, everything should be on time. If not, the horror movie starts immediately. And that is one of the main reason where I have to work on myself, because I will be easily getting angry if something is not on time. And I'm still working on it, of course, from a long time. But yes, I am very popular and will be popular, because that load is on my shoulder. It started way back sometime during my childhood. I did a project also on the same lines, but I am popular for my time, punctuality. Over to TMOD. Sorry, over to Table Talk Master.
Thank you. So I can ask one more question for that.
Yes, yes.
If Sujit is there, means he can take up. Yeah, he is ready.
Yeah, I'm the last person to take. Yes, go ahead.
Okay, TTM CG. The question is, do you believe love at first sight?
Thank you so much for that wonderful question, Toastmaster Maison. Love at first sight is, I believe in that, sure, because it starts from our childhood. When you are going school, you will see fascinated girls, good-looking girls. Definitely, you will love at first sight is something, it is your perception that how you wanted to see a person, maybe with a good dressing, how they walk, maybe how they react as a person, how they interact with others, not to you. It usually happens that, talking to for the first time to a girl is very difficult for a boy. I mean, especially I'm talking about myself. But without knowing, we can love somebody. That's fine. It happens like not only one, too many. But maybe in reciprocation, we might not get a response. But still, we might fall in love with the first sight, and still we might loving that person forever, even without that person knowing that you are loving the person. So I think it happened in my life. I'm sure that you all have the similar experience. But the main thing is the expressing your love is important. You do not have the courage to express your love. So love at first sight is important. At the same time, when you fall in love with a person, it's important you express it. Otherwise, you will lose that person forever. Thank you so much, and all to Toastmaster Maison.
Yeah, thank you so much for all the participants in the debate topic master session. I would like to request our timer to
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster Mejun. I am elated again because all the speakers are qualified during the table topics. Starting with Toastmaster Mahar, she took 1 minute 26 seconds. Second speaker, Toastmaster Reshmi, took 1 minute 51 seconds. Third speaker, Toastmaster Ismail, took 1 minute 39 seconds. Fourth speaker, Toastmaster Sudhakar, took 1 minute 40 seconds. And the last speaker, DTM Sujit, took 1 minute 23 seconds. So I repeat, all speakers are qualified. Please vote for the best speaker and please message me on my WhatsApp or on the Zoom channel, private channel. Thank you. Over to Mejun.
I over to you, TMOD.
Yeah, we are spreading the love from
Love.
one to one. Next, it is coming it up. That's nice. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mezun, the table topic master, for this wonderful selection of questions, and hope it went well and everyone enjoyed the session also. So before getting into the serious session, like we have the evaluation section, most awaited one also. Before getting into that, let us see something about the theme, the continuation of the theme. When we talk about spreading the love or spreading happiness, spreading kindness among the humanity, it doesn't mean that it's only giving, it also receiving is there, correct? And receiving in a multifold times. It's not that, okay, I given to him today, tomorrow I may get something from him. No, it's not like that. It goes, and then it comes back, say a ripple effect, and it's in a multifold also. Not only it comes back, it gives you a good overall well-being also. How many people accept that? Any comment or anyone feels no, it doesn't work in that way. It may not be possible. Any contract statement anyone can share, like giving happiness or giving kindness or giving love, spreading out those kindness has a good effect on our overall well-being, the self well-being, correct? Everyone accept that because it improves our overall lifestyle. It improves our body mind coordination. It gives happiness. Then those hormones it segregates, and then it gives freshness to us also. It improves our insight. Whatever we see in a different way. Suppose somebody is angry or someone is shouting to us, we may not immediately react. We think what happened to them or why they are reacting in that manner. Maybe something problem from their side, or maybe something I did wrong, or which action has created that anger on them. Maybe then we thought of rectifying that, and we self evaluate us, and then we rework on us, rewire our entire brain, and then we reframe ourselves, and then we restructure ourselves. So then we correct wherever that we feel there is something where we need to focus and improve. So we focus and then we improve, and also those around us will feel that change. That is definitely I self experience also. When we change ourselves, immediately before we understand that, the others can point out something is different in you, or something is good. I feel happy to you. I feel open to you. I want to talk to you. So they come open to us. They come freely. Even they come to share their problems with us, expecting not expecting that I will give a solution. No, they want to share so that they feel relaxed. Okay, there is someone whom I can share something, and also there is someone whom is ready to hear whatever I have within me, the problem which I am suffering. They may not expect a solution because they know the solution, they have the solution. They just want some hearing ear, right? So that's how the happiness spreads, and also it creates safety. Because everything revolves around the safety. That is the main umbrella under which we are managing our life, or we are living our life. Each and everyone feels secured when you are happy, or when you are sharing kindness. They feel secured under you, or when they are with you. They feel the positive vibes from yourself within them also. Because when we love, it's like we see ourselves in others. So that is the one thing. We see the entire divine in them, the entire universe in others. That's how the things goes on, the kindness goes on. So if when we talk about love, kindness, psychologically it goes, and there are so many philosophical theories are also there. So it's a big subject, right? But only thing, be happy, keep sharing that happiness wherever and whatever way we are able to do that one. That's how we spread the kindness. So to take up the next session, our evaluation, we have the general evaluator. He is a great mentor and most, I've seen most soft hearted, because when I was new to these Toastmasters and when I was there in a meeting, he was doing his icebreaker speech. I thought, how come he is DTM and he was division director at that time, but he came as an icebreaker speaker and he broken the ice for us, all the people that time who joined. He immediately changed this, and he was like so childish, and he was pretending or acting like how he was holding his mother and walking. So those kind of things still fresh in my mind. I cannot. I don't see. I am feeling emotional now. So that's how DTM Sujit that remains in our mind and heart. So let me hand over the session to DTM Sujit for taking over the general evaluation. Sir, the stage is yours now.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Arif, for that spreading love towards me and remembering that memories that keeps me happy. So I think this is the best example that how we can spread love. So he's a great example for spreading love, Toastmaster Arif. So let's move on with our general evaluation. Since we do not have any guests, I'm not going to repeat and refresh you about what is all about general evaluation. You all are aware of about it. So let's hit on our evaluators evaluating our wonderful speeches. We have two wonderful speeches today. And the first speaker was Toastmaster Casey Che, and the speech will be evaluated by Madam Toastmaster Mahar. Just no need to introduce Toastmaster Mahar. I think I can save some time. She is a wonderful person and very lovable person, and very supportive to our club, not only our club, towards other clubs in the area division and the entire Toastmaster fraternity. So with lots of love and applause, let me welcome Toastmaster Madam Mahar for evaluation of our speaker number one. Over to you, Toastmaster Mahar.
Thank you, DTM Sujit. Thank you, our general evaluator. Sir, I'm humbled. Thank you so much for that introduction. Who doesn't want to be happy? That's how our speaker today started his speech. And that is a question that no one in this audience or any audience, I believe, will ever answer no. Who doesn't want to be happy? We all want to be happy in different ways. That was a great first question to any audience. Our speaker then went on to share a personal story, a story that is very personal about a failed experience in his life, a failed love affair, which I thought was very brave, because sometimes we don't tend to share such personal stories with an audience. That is another aspect of his speech that I think works very well in connecting to the audience, because it's very personal and very, very, it shows a vulnerable side of him. I liked how our speaker had a very calm voice throughout. He has a very calm voice. That being said, our speaker had the components of a great speech. But as we know, like in any dish, if the salt is too much, the dish turns bad. If the salt is too little, it also turns bad. So he had the components, but if we can rearrange the ratio of these components, I think the speech can become his best speech yet. Number one, I would say the structure of the speech. Now, even though he shared a personal story, I felt the structure was difficult to follow. There was no clear body, as in he was telling us a story, but the structure of the events was very difficult for me personally to follow. I would have enjoyed if maybe there was like, if the structure was clearer for us as audience members, that would make the story much more powerful. Another thing, because the speaker appeared to be reading from his notes, that sometimes loses the audience, because we seem to think we're not connected with the speaker because he's not looking at us. So we tend to not really be listening. So I would suggest to our speaker, or to any of us speaking, if we have notes that we want to refer to, it would be a good idea to refer to them as bullet points and then continue our speech directly into the camera. Or what we can do, and this is what professional speakers sometimes do, they put their notes directly in front of them, near to the camera, so that they don't have to look down when they are giving their speech. So that is another, it's another point of improvement for our speaker. Overall, it was a good speech with a relevant message. If our speaker will rethink the structure of the speech, have maybe a more powerful opening, introduction, I mean, the opening was good, a powerful introduction, and restructure the speech, I think it will be a much powerful speech. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Madam Toastmaster Maher. And really it is, what I could say is takeaways. This is very important in evaluations, especially what I can observe our speaker, though he is driving, he is very attentive. I can see his expression. So he is listening completely to the evaluations, and also the evaluator, he giving tips that how you can improve. This is very important in evaluations. Thank you so much for giving the tips for the speaker for further improvement. Definitely this feedback should apply to the next speech. This is how the pathway learning progresses. Thank you so much once again. And let's move on to our next evaluator. Again, Toastmaster Reshmi. What I could see is a very well experienced Toastmaster, being part of FTC for a long time, and she is a professional technical expert. What I could see in her, she has improved a lot, and now she is here today to evaluate our second speaker, Toastmasters Ismail's speech. Over to Toastmasters.
Thank you, General Evaluator TTM Sujit. Good evening once again, fellow Toastmasters and guests. The goal is not to be perfect by the end. The goal is to be better tomorrow. Congratulations, Toastmaster Ismail, for completing your project successfully. It is an elated moment always to hear something unfamiliar, and which is we need in our day-to-day life, that you fulfill your objectives in a very successful manner. What keeps you going? You started with a question that itself grabbed the audience attention, and very necessary topic and unfamiliar to the audience, grit. What keeps you going? And Toastmaster Ismail explained in a very understandable manner that with a story, because it is a better way to communicate with the audience, that they will get the content very easily. And you give a book review also indirectly, which again capture the audience, because you are indirectly pushing the audience to read that book itself. That is a best attempt, I must say, because nowadays the reading habits itself is come down. So you are pushing the audience, that also make the audience aware to reinstate their habit itself. You connected it to multiple things, to sports, again mathematical calculations, you are very good in that things. Then tips, how to practice grit. And the closing statement, it is a very powerful thing, that grit is not a skill, grit grows. Now, we have to make this from to good to great. We have to see the improvement parts. That is, in your speech, you included multiple points, more points. That is good, but it is unable to focus on the points. When we are including more points, we are not able to focus on the content actually, because our mind is just overlapping with all these things, and we are not able to concentrate with it, because it is having a lot of statistics, calculations, and all these things. So unable to make our attention to one point. Sometimes it is difficult to take that calculation itself for me, because there are a lot of graphs and all these things. So if you are able to explain that thing one by one, then it is better, because this is a 7-minute speech. That is the only thing we have to say. We have our higher projects in 20 minutes. In that time, we can, if we will apply, then it is the best method. No doubt for this thing. Okay. Now, the second thing is your conclusion. Of course, it is with the quote of Martin Luther King, words you landed, but it is a vertical landing, I say. If we have safe landed in a parallel manner, because we should understand that you are landing on something, then it will be more better, because you are an advanced speaker and you have to focus on this thing for your these type of improvements also. Other than this, your speech, you have a very good clarity, good eye contact, and you started with a question, book review, and make the audience aware about all these things. And you are in a very great comfort level also. And the topic itself, it is a challenging one. And you are very brilliant in good words. And my takeaway is your closing note itself, that if you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. That, and if you can't walk, then crawl. That is a positive note also. That itself is enough to elate the mind and refresh our things in the positive manner. Overall, it is a very good thing, and all the best Toastmasters and our divisional evaluator.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rashmi, for that wonderful evaluation once again. And Toastmaster Ismail, what is the feedback given by Toastmaster Rashmi is in a nutshell about the content. We should, there are a lot of content. In fact, you could reorganize it, bring best 3 points. And what I could see is I usually follow the speech organization. This is very important. Even the Toastmaster Mahar also was pointing out the same thing. We should focus on speech organization. The best way to do it, we all know we need to have an opening, body, and conclusion. So now the focus is on body. This is where the main content, the whole story. So what I should suggest is maybe you have 20 points to talk about, but identify 3 major points. Identify 3 major points. We will not be able to listen and remember and recollect many points. So identify the best 3. So make a point, tell a story, make a point, tell a story, make a point, tell a story, and then tell the audience that what you have told, that is 1, 2, 3. That means the summary. Conclude it. Very simple. So this is the organization in simple. The main point will be supported by a story either, or it could be an example or a statistics or whatever. So in this case, the supporting material has come as the main source because you have a presentation. Presentation should support the speech, whereas it's gone the other way around, because we wanted to see you on stage and feel each and every expressions which you make, that we wanted to see you performing on stage, where in this case we could see is the presentation, and it has a lot of content. So as our evaluator mentioned, it is good if you have a half an hour, 1 hour session. This is the best thing to go ahead with the PowerPoint slide, have many explanations over it, could be a better style. So this is the takeaway for our evaluator. Well done, all the evaluators, bringing out all these points once again. Thank you so much, evaluator. And may I have our timers report for the evaluations, please, Toastmaster Sudhakar.
Yeah. Good evening again. I will start from the theme of the day, which was given by Toastmaster Ariv. He took 4 minutes, 13 seconds. And then general evaluator took 2 minutes, 5 seconds. And coming to the first speech, evaluation by Toastmaster Mahar, she took 3 minutes, 30 seconds. And once again, and the second speech by Toastmaster Reshmi, the second speech evaluation by Toastmaster Reshmi took 3 minutes, 19 seconds. So again, I would use the word of the day. I am elated to see both the evaluators are qualified for voting. Please send in your votes with a direct message to me. Over to general evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sudhakar, for that crystal clear timing report. And let's move on to our wordmaster. Wordmaster, I think he's not in our meeting right now. He brought a very good word, elated, and many of us used, but unfortunately he's not in our meeting right now. Let's move on to, I'd like to appreciate all the speakers who use this word meaningfully in their sentences. All congratulations to all the role players using the word elated. Let's move on to the next role player, who is going to give the accountant and grammarian report. Here we have Toastmaster Ismail. Are you ready with the grammarian accountant report, or you are focusing on the speech, speech itself? Are you ready or?
No, actually, I assumed that I have to play the role, but I thought TMOD had a different different suggestions, so I didn't really track that.
No, yeah, I mean, it's okay, no problem, because I have seen you are preparing your speeches, getting ready to deliver your speech and your presentation, and that's okay, that's fine. So we can miss this one. That's fine. All right. Okay. Let's now move on to the timers report. No, we have done the timers report, the evaluations, right? So let me move on to the next is the general evaluators report. Okay, all right, I have 3-4 minutes. We are on time. Thank you so much once again. But I could see, though we are in numbers very less, but we have done a good job today. We had a very quality meeting, what I could see. This is something we never compromise quality in FTC. This is what I could see, because after a long gap, I am again back in FTC's meeting. And all the role players have done a wonderful job. We have one guest today. What I have seen is from the beginning towards the end, all the role players were explaining how he is going to play the role. Make sure that the guest can understand the proceedings of our meeting. So well done, all the role players. Kudos to all the role players performing well today. What I could see out of 10, what I could say 9.5. That is what I could rate. All the role players done a wonderful job today, starting from the Toastmaster of the day, the president, even the table topic master. Everyone done a wonderful job in today's meeting. Our meeting started on time. I cannot say any improvement areas in today's meeting as such. What I could see, maybe we could involve more members into our meeting, and maybe we can speak to them, because virtual platforms nowadays, everyone is fed up with the virtual platforms. So people lose their interest in attending meetings. Glued to screen for 2.5 hours. This is something, a strain, and everyone wanted to avoid straining to the monitor, because most of us are working from home. So we are already on to screen 8 to 10 hours, and again another 2 hours. It's a long stretch. So that could be the reason the turnout is less. So our ExCom, as President mentioned, we will go offline Zoom. We will have full quorum, and then from there onwards we can improve on our members attending the meeting. So other than that, we have done a wonderful job today. And the love, the spreading of love, we know Toastmaster Arif has done a wonderful job today. We have so many tips how we can spread the love. You can spread the love with a caring, sharing food, smile on your face, kindness, love yourself first, unconditional love, appreciate others, praise them, give a call, and so on and so forth. Maybe tens and tens of tips we have it in our meeting today to spread our love and care others. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Arif, for bringing this, this theme just after Valentine's Day. It makes sense that we share the love. So thank you so much, Toastmaster Arif, and Toastmaster, our table topic master. The same theme very wonderful questions. She has formed wonderful questions, and it is very interesting. Our table topic session was very interesting, and everyone could relate to your topic and speak. So you have succeeded in being a wonderful table topic master, Toastmaster Mason. Wonderful job. Good done. Good job. And our evaluators already have, I gave the comments, for we have done a wonderful evaluation, and the speakers, wonderful, the topics and very emotional speech we have from KC Chair and Toastmaster Ismail with grit, how we can succeed, have passion and perseverance, which can lead to success. A great message to take away message as well from Toastmaster Ismail's speech. Wonderful speeches we had. Overall, we have done a wonderful job today. Kudos to the entire team of FTC, the leaders, leadership. Thank you so much. And over to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Arif.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for this clear, crispy, kind-hearted evaluation. Thank you so much, and hope all the speakers got their improvement points so that they can incorporate in their next speech. And also it gives a clear insight about how the Toastmasters work and how the speech objectives was been picked up on their speech topic, and how the way the table topic master has to involve those audience to come up. At least if we have some guests, it will be still interesting because they are not prepared for that. So bringing them and then making them comfortable to speak, it's a good experience overall. And that too, we lack those kind of experience in those kind of Zoom meeting, that's for sure. But still, let us keep spreading this kindness and keep spreading this Toastmastering to all the people nearby. Whoever you talk, whenever you smile to them, whenever you spread the love, talk something about Toastmaster also. Keep marketing it, because that's how these entire Toastmasters keep work. Because we don't use any media for advertising. We use each and every one own experience for taking up further. So even in the workplace, even with family and friends, even friends also, you can ask them to come and join and see how I am speaking and see how my speech was. Is there any improvement needed? You can ask them also. They can be also a good evaluator. They know, actually they are the good evaluators because they know you personally. They feel the right you in them, and so they can give a good evaluation. Maybe you need to focus on this and this, or you can also practice with them. That's how we used to do when we are going for the physical meeting. We used to practice in front of mirror, in front of the camera, mobile camera, or in front of the family members. Even sometimes I did in my office also, in front of with colleagues. And so that's how we do it up. So share the light moments. You can bring up some of the things happened in your physical, in your so whatever artificial is costlier, and it is unreachable for so many people. But this love, happiness is kindness is easily available, natural and free. So keep giving it, and you will be getting more also. It resonates like how the sonar or echo happens. No, it goes, it hits them, reflect back. So it's that's how the happiness and love spreads. So keep enriching the humanity. That's the only wish from my side. Other than that, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. And with that, I'm handing over the stage back to the president for giving his closing address. Thank you so much, and have a great time. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Arif. We had a wonderful session. I'm again very elated. With minimum members, we still made this happen. I'm very, very happy.
Again, you are elated.
Yes,
I think 21st time I think you are telling.
that's nice. strictly seriously speaking, I was really a bit of disturbed yesterday when they were not filled, not taken, and some droppings. But somehow the meeting was fantastically done today. All the role players have done their job expertly well, and my happiness is over the moon. Coming to the announcements, last week, in fact, the previous week, we had the area contest, and in which Toastmaster Hussein has won the evaluation contest. Please join me in this happy moment again. And I thank Toastmaster Mahar and Toastmaster Arif for supporting FTC and being part of the area contest. And we hope we will have some good contests next year again, but in the club contest level, which we missed this year. And coming to the points for the club points, we have already achieved 6 points out of the 10. We still need some points which are more important to finish the project speeches. We need some of our members to finish at least their level 1, level 2, and level 3. So whoever are close to completing the levels, we need them to complete as fast as possible. I have a target in my mind to complete our 10 DCP points by April, end of April. So we have a buffer, but I want to achieve it by end of April. So please keep in mind, let us focus on our projects, level 1, level 2, level 3, whoever are close, please try to finish them. And most important is update your project's completion on TMI website. That is very important. That is where we get our recognition. That's all from my side. Since there are no guests, that's it. I hope you all liked today's meeting.
President, can you please inform about the upcoming thought also coming on 18th, and those who are not attended the club officer training, the XCOM people can join there also.
Yes. Yeah, we in fact most of our XCOM have attended the previous court, but still there is a chance to attend on 18th. We have already posted it in our XCOM group. So whoever are missing can still get a chance to take the training. We will again post it in our club group as well. That's all from my side. I hope I did not miss anything else. And the most important thing, I should thank DTM Sujit for accepting the role for being a general evaluator, Toastmaster Mahar for being the evaluator. These are all by force I called them. Even though they are not busy, I forced them to be on the meeting. And Toastmaster Arif for switching over from evaluator to TMOD. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Arif. And Mejun, thank you for being a table topic master. You did a very well, good job. Fantastic. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night. And we are missing Audex team. What happened? Mezun.
Yes, so many people were there.
Yeah, your colleagues are not coming. Maybe you told them you don't bring them also, correct? Let us have a good session. Maybe in the physical meeting they can come. They are waiting for the physical meeting, maybe.
Let us hope.
Like other members. Yeah. Okay, then if tomorrow we have wives table topics, if you are free, please attend that also. You can learn more about those impromptu skills.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good time.
Just wondering, do you think is it a good idea to ask for a volunteer for the next event?
Next meeting, you mean?
That means who wants?
Definitely yes, but not while driving.
The roles are always open, KCGI. Whenever you want any role, please just message me. If you want to fix it for 1st of March, it is already open. You can confirm me which role you want to play.
Thank you. Okay.
Toastmaster Mahar, we are not going to leave you.
She told no, she will be taking up the TMOD role next meeting.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. I
Okay,
think
then
Ismail should
please.
give the TMOD. Lot of researchers we can no, it's a learning experience. We can. I get a new word, grit. No, I want to find out more about that. Thank you
Sure,
so
sure.
much.
I would actually I'm trying to focus on project speeches because I think I have missed a lot in last few months because of multiple things. So, but yeah, I would be like always available for
Please do
TMOD.
your projects. It's
Yes,
very
I
important.
just want to finish it and then inshallah
Yes.
I'll get to TMOD. Actually, because I need more time. What I've seen is I think I received one very good feedback. That is that is one thing where one area where I'm struggling. I try to put a lot in 7 minutes. It seems a long duration, but when you start speaking, like time just flies.
Yes.
That's
So
true. That's true.
maybe I can have a session with the TMOD to just make sure that that thing is good.
Toastmaster Ismail,
Yes, ma'am.
actually, I'm very sorry. It was a very excellent speech, but I have to give my improvement part also, na?
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right.
It's a whole package.
Yeah. Before that, they were before anybody else, I knew that I have missed a part of it, and I was unable to make sure that the flow goes smooth.
It was excellent, because it is aligned with the objectives. Actually, I must say, because it is a very new term, and that is the objective itself. It is same every time you are aligned with that thing, and lot of points also. But
Thank you so much.
the other thing is actually it is a short speech. No, that only the point is. That I just
Totally
elaborated.
I think probably is
Madam,
sorry.
I
Madam
have to
Mahar.
leave. I have to go somewhere else.
One second. Madam Mahar, can you please send the objective, the evaluation feedback to KCCI in his mobile WhatsApp?
Yeah.
That will be important. Thank you so much and good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good night. Take care. Bye-bye.